my watchers, and my writers, and my book club fans. Welcome. Hello, Deidre, Paula, Ashley, Mimi. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all in here today. I can see I gotta move my light around just a little bit. Want to make sure y'all can see the pages. There we go. There we go. Got that moved around just a tad. And you guys are going to be so happy because I will tell you after I read our chapter. So you will have to anxiously wait. Let's see, did I miss anyone? Ashley, Paula, I don't think I missed anyone. Honey, you're going to have to keep that down just a little bit. I can hear the echo. My sweetheart loves to watch my videos, and so he had it up just a little bit too high, and I could hear the echo in the background. Shanika has to work today, y'all. Remember, they changed her work schedule, so she has to work. All right, let's get everyone in here. I'm here, of course. Paula, Ashley, Mimi, Dee, and Shanika will be in part-time, so I will put her up here because she will be here, but she does. Her and I talked about it, and she has to work, y'all. That's just part of life. So we are going to, oh, yes, he is, Ashley. He surely is. He just supports me all the time. And Shanika. There are 6 of us. And we are all here. All right, I'm going to get right into our chapter because if you noticed what is different on our page, you guys, what is different on our page? Anybody tell me? Look closely. What's different? We now have what? What do we have, y'all? I'm so excited for all of us. Well, yes, Paula, ding, 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 ding. We have 4 stars. It's 4, Paula. We are now a full 4-star rating and a 4 spicy level rating. How awesome. And yes, Dee, he's very wonderful, very supportive of everything. Even when I told him something had to give with the selling for right now, he's supportive of that. He just supports everything that I need to make me comfortable, as well as himself. And that's the way it's supposed to be. All right, let's get into chapter 9. The bitter cold covers what once vibrant, smothering the bright colors that once danced along the earth. Flowers once lined the path you walked, their petals open and reaching towards the sun, but now they bow beneath the frost, fragile and silent. Winter has settled over everything, disguising the warmth that used to live here, as if the world itself is trying to forget the beauty that once thrived in this place. Yet it refuses to be buried beneath the ice. I whisper beneath the stillness, sharp and clear, recalling each bloom, each step, each breath of warmer days. The path may be frozen now, but I walk as if it were alive, radiant, and filled with color, reminding the heart that what once flourished is never truly lost. I never announce myself. I hide inside hesitation and sound like caution. I speak in lowered volumes, wrapped in logic and restraint, warning you not to say too much, want too much, or hope out loud. I rehearse consequences instead of possibilities and keep a careful list of everything that could go wrong. I demand action. I encourage delay, silence, and self-editing, convincing you that staying small is the safest form of control. My power comes from what I withhold, teaching you to protect yourself, not by running, but by disappearing just enough to avoid being seen. I have wrapped this farm in my pale grip, pressed my quiet against its walls. Darn it. Listening to the two heartbeats moving within, I settle into their bones and lace their breath with frost, tracing the cracks in the courage and the way I trace the edges of the fields. I've watched them carry their unspoken words like lanterns with dying flames, shielding them from my wind, thinking I do not notice, but I notice everything. I lean against their windows, sift through their spaces between them, and wait patient and vast to see whether they will fracture beneath my cold or find a warmth strong enough to outlast me. I test the seams of their resolve with every midnight gust, curious which thread will give first. And if they dare to kindle something brighter than my frost, I will be the one to witness its glow against my endless white. Whether dark or light, I'm here watching, observing this pure sorrow. I watch this couple as they care deeply. I can read their faces, hear their thoughts and musings, and feel their fears. I do not communicate, I only watch. I hear the screaming wind as it pelts against the outside walls. I feel the shake, hear the rattles. Can I survive this? The couple inside, they are helpless in helping my cold and iced frame. I can see and hear what is out there. Although they are blind to it, I can feel it as if the weight of the icicles hang from my eaves. The winter cold, freezing leaves no room for rest, no need for warmth. Daily, I add workloads. You must earn your rest when the tasks are done. But is there a done? Your safety is in your ability to stay busy. When you are tired from exhaustion, it proves to me your commitment. I am inside. I am outside. I am all around you. So much to be done. Some tasks more important than others. You need the ability to keep going. Is this your safety? I am what you must face. I am weightless, apparentless. I do not speak, but I demand you see me. I hear your sighs. I hear your thoughts. I feel the way your bodies move. I am like a ghost that you cannot see, yet I force you to look upon me. Do you let fear keep from facing me head on? Do you let your silence speak for you? I don't go away. I only hang on. You stood in the doorway staring, unable to see me. Yet the way you moved told me you felt me. I watched as you pushed through bitter wind and cold toward the barn. You looked up. You knew. The crease in your brow revealed it. My silhouette, though unseen, unsettled you. I waited as you watched from the window. You flinched. What was the reflection? Only a slight shift, but enough. I was beside you. I am real, you know. I am here. My visits are neither long or short. It makes no difference. You felt me again as you crossed into the cabin, your breath tightening. You looked back over your shoulder because some part of you understood the truth. I do not follow. I surround. Once I'm here, I decide when you are allowed to move again. Wow, you all. Now, what a heck of a chapter. And I can see now why we got the 4-star rating now. And we received the 4-star spice level. But we also got a kudo from the editor. Listen to this, y'all. And I printed it up. He said, this chapter is working really well. It's psychological, it's layered, and cinematic. That is the highest. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so proud of us. It was an awesome chapter, and the editor even loves this chapter. Psychological, layered, and cinematic. We hit all three. Keep up the good work, you guys. Give yourselves a hand. That was awesome. I am so proud of us for that. I knew you guys would love that. You should have heard me. I was yelping and hooping and hollering, y'all. I was just so proud of you guys because I'm like, yay, that's my writers. That's my writers. Working together as a team. Yes, it is coming along great, you guys. Now let's have just a small discussion, just so I know you understand the direction of the story. Now, number 1 is the voice of fear versus the voice of memory. How do the voices of fear and memory conflict with one another in this chapter? Okay, Shanika, how do the voices of fear and memory conflict with one another in this chapter? Which one seems to have more influence over Trayton and Lyra? So as I was reading it, how do they conflict with each other? Okay, Queen Bee says fear. Yes, the voice of fear conflicts with the voice of memory. So let's talk about memory first, Ashley and Mimi. What does memory represent? Let's talk about that. What does memory... Shanika will be right back, Paula. She had a customer. She'll be right back. What does memory represent? No, fear doesn't represent memory, Dee. We're going to talk about it because we have a lot to get into today. Memory represents warmth. It represents connection. It represents once was. Just like Paula had put in her chapter, it remembered all the flowers beneath the snow and ice. It's a warm memory. And how does that conflict with fear? Because when you feel fear, it's quiet. It's not loud. It doesn't shout. And also, fear shapes behavior. Because what do we do when we're afraid? We hesitate. That was your last answer. Okay. All right, good. Yeah, so fear makes us hesitate, where memory gives us that warm Yes, worry and panic. That's fear brings worry and panic. So we can see how the voice of fear conflicts with the voice of memory, because one is right, Mimi, cold. Fear, the voice of fear is cold, and it just, you're cold, you're shivering, yes, worry and dread. That's another good one. So you guys got it. All right, let's move on to number 2. Winter as a living presence. Now we have winter as a living presence. So chapter 9 presents winter almost like it's thinking, watching force. What role does winter play in shaping the couple's silence and emotional distance? What role does winter play in shaping the couple's silence and emotional distance? Because right now, it's not just weather. It is pressure. It's pressure to survive. It's pressure to keep warm. So there is a lot of pressure. Paula says the coldness and the beautiful. Yes, winter can be beautiful, but it is pressure. And winter, what the couple is going through, right? Oh, good, Shanika. What the couple is going through right now, stress. Very good, Ashley. They have stress on them right now. They mirror each other's. They don't speak. There was no talking amongst themselves. So it brought on stress. It brought on a mirrored emotional state between the two of them. And the force of winter, think about it. It's cold, it's bitter, it's snowing, it's deep. The farm is covered with wind and cold, even in the rafters of the house. So you can almost picture the winter amplifying. Yes, stopping them from concentrating. Right, they can't concentrate on each other if all their focus is put to keeping the house warm, keeping the wood chopped, keeping the animals fed or whatever they have. It just takes away their concentration. So winter becomes like a life because it is witnessing all of this between the couple. Yes, creates distance. A lot of distance between the couple in the first several chapters of our book. So yes, a lot of distance. And winter gets to witness all of that. So the winter itself did not create the silence. No, it didn't. It intensified it. And it intensified what was already between them. Think about that. It intensified what was already between them. Okay, so the unseen present. Now, we all know I had to write the chapter on unseen presence. What do you think the final presence represents? Is it something real? Is it emotional, symbolic? How does it change the tension of the story moving forward now in how it was written? Does it represent real, emotional, symbolic, or all three? Let me know in the comments or chat. What do you think it represents? And how does it change the tension of the story as we move forward? Yes, Queen Bee said all three, of course it has. It does feel like it's real. It does feel emotional, and it does create symbolic. So we have all three. It is intentionally layered. If you guys go back on the paragraph, you can see it was intentionally layered so that it could have multiple interpretations. So there are several interpretations that I could take that paragraph for moving forward into different directions. And that's what I wanted to recreate. It's an unspoken truth and an unaddressed fear. Okay, so let's go back to it. Let's go back to it. So this is our very last paragraph in this chapter. You stood in the doorway staring, unable to see me, yet the way you moved told me you felt me. I watched as you pushed through the bitter wind and cold towards the barn. You looked up, you knew. The crease in your brow revealed it. My silhouette, though unseen, unsettled you. I waited as you watched from the window. You flinched. What was the reflection? Only a slight shift, but enough. I was beside you. I am real, you know. I am here. So this is where the story can take the interpretation many ways. Yes, they do start to speak, but I'm talking about the unseen presence right now. We are moving on an unseen presence that the couple is feeling, and they know it's there, but they can't put their finger on it. Then it is a relational interpretation also, because it also could symbolize the breaking point in their relationship. That's where they begin to speak. Yes, right there. You just had to wait 1 second, Ashley, and you would have had it point on. Yes, relation interpretation. Also, psychological. Psychological could be heightened awareness. He is very aware of something. The crease in his brow revealed that he was aware. He just didn't know what it was. So both characters in the last paragraph knew. They could feel it. They just knew it was there, but they couldn't. It was shifting, so they couldn't put their finger on it. And it also brings the narrative function to the reader, telling the reader it takes it from a quiet tension to an active confrontation. So now we have an active confrontation. So we know now that this is the turning point to our story. This is where it starts to unfold. And how we write is how that direction is going to unfold. All right. So that is just three things that I wanted to go over because we do have a lot to do. All right, so let me find my papers here. I got them. All right, and Paula took on, Anna had dropped out. She has a family member she's taken care of, so she could not continue. So Paula volunteered to do Anna's part for this week. So now next week, we are going to have 6 writers, 6 voices. And we are going to make it good. Now, Ashley, I do want to tell you, I was so busy that I did not see. I got your email, but I did not notice that you had only written 1 chapter. And we needed 2 chapters. So I need you to go back to your email on the Voice of Fire and write a 2nd chapter. And I'm so sorry I did not get that to you before. When I was printing this up is when I noticed it. So if you could do that for me, I would appreciate it, and we will add it in, and I'll let everyone know what it is. Okay, honey? My bad, my bad. Okay, so let me get out my paper I wrote everybody's name on. Okay, so... No, you don't have anything to be sorry. I should have told you when I checked the emails. I caught everyone else's. I should have caught yours, but I didn't. So you can take care of that after the book club, honey. No worries. We'll get you covered. We have to work together. So, Miss Paula had the voice of Lyra. She had the voice of Lyra. So her voice says, Lyra watched Trayton from the doorway, her hands folded quietly together. He moved through his work with the same steady determination he had always carried, but something in the way his shoulders told her more than his words ever would. Trayton always thought of plans and tomorrow's chores, always had on his mind of keeping the firewood stacked and the house warm. Yet Lyra sensed the quiet weight behind his voice. Hope to him was something to build with effort and action. To Lyra, hope felt different. It lived in the spaces between the words, in the careful way someone kept moving forward, even when their heart felt heavy. There were things Trayton never said aloud, but Lyra felt them all the same. His silence carried small echoes of worry and weariness that he tried to hide beneath calm strength. Lyra's intuition listened to those unspoken feelings, the way one listens to the wind before a storm. She noticed the tired pause in his breath and brief stillness in his eyes when he thought no one was looking. Yet in those moments, she did not see weakness. She saw resilience that refused to break, a determination to keep hope alive when the path ahead seemed uncertain. Lyra held on to that understanding like a gentle promise, while Trayton worked to build hope with his hands. She carried it within her heart, nurturing it in quiet ways he might never realize. She believed that sometimes hope was not loud or trumpet, but soft and steady. I know where you took this loud or triumph from, Paula. Very good. You took that off not this last chapter, but the chapter before. Very good use, girl. Very good use. Like the glow of the fire in the dark room. Although Trayton might never speak the depth of what he carried, Lyra's heart recognized it clearly. The strength of someone who keeps going, even when the world feels heavy. Very, very good voice. I give you an A+. Everybody else? Now, the editor might change some things because the story's got to stay in the flow, even though we like it. Please remember, the editor does change things up. But that, to me, is an A+, Paula. Very good job. Very good job. Now, she did Anna's part, the voice of the silence between them. I am the quiet space between them stretched thin like a fragile thread that neither dares to touch. I feel the weight of their words that were never spoken, hovering in the air like breath on a cold morning. The room holds its stillness too tightly, as if one wrong sound might break something delicate. Beneath that stillness lives a quiet tension, the kind that trembles with fear, fear of what might be said, and fear of what might never be said at all. So this right here has to be changed a little bit. Just a little bit wording, not, it's very good, but just the wording. I listen to the rhythm of their hearts, though neither of them realizes it. One carries worry like a shadow that follows every step, while the other hides a love so deep it trembles behind careful silence. If I could speak, I would tell them that the distance between them is not emptiness. It is filled with everything that they are too afraid to admit. Every glance that lingered a second too long, every word that stopped at the edge of their lips. So I remain here, the silence that wraps them round them both. I hold their tension, their fear, and the quiet love neither has yet found the courage to release. I ache to tell them that silence does not have to be a wall. It could be a bridge. Ooh, I like that. If only one of them would step forward and break me. Until then, I watch, aware and waiting, carrying the unspoken truth that lives between their hearts. Wow, another 8+, Paula. Thank you so much for doing Anna's part. So this chapter can be complete with her doing, give her a thumbs up, everyone. I like both these paragraphs are really long, Paula. You did a great job. And that's probably why we all ended up with a 5-star, because we all put really good effort into last week's chapter. And it looks like 2 weeks to do this really gave you that inspiration to not only do your own in a 3-paragraph form, but to also do Anna's in a 3-paragraph form. So yeah, having that break was good for you, girlie. All right, Miss Shanika. Miss Shanika had The Voice of the Cabin. Snow blankets me while frost grips my beams. My wooden structure has weathered harsh winter storms, shielding countless hearts and dreams. I stand tall among the woods as a place of serenity. Inside, the crackle of fire and the scent of pine are wrapped in the coolness of the air. Yet, I am fragile. I may not survive another winter storm without shattering. My doors, thin barriers between the wild and the warm, tremble with each gust. Still, I hold fast for those who seek refuge in my quiet strength. The snowdrifts rise, trying to bury me, but I stand tall, sheltering their dreams and warmth within. The snow howls like an unleashed beast. Wind-driven shards of ice strike my windowsill in a relentless drip, and visibility vanishes into a white, swirling chaos. Trees snap and branches whip as the world shrinks to a center of snow and fury. My wooden bones creak, yet I stand firm as a shelter from the tempest's roar. The storm rages blind and wild, but within remains a warm glow of flickering lights, a haven from the howling white, where I seal precious memories, laughter, and love. Walls of the cabin are adorned with stories, old photographs, worn book pages, and hand-drawn maps. Tall tales of laughter, adventure, and quiet moments. A vintage calendar, a patchwork quilt, and a collection of feathers from the wood add to the house. The sound of pure woodland serenity is sound of a peaceful vibe you get when surrounded by nature. Think sunlight filtering through trees on a snow. Okay, so this will probably get changed right here because it is of the house. So instead of think sunlight filtering through the trees, let's say think sunlight filtering through my windows. My windows, because it is about the house. So think sunlight filtering through my windows on snow covered seals, and totally worthy of its name. A+ in my book. Everybody else, what do you think? This is awesome, Shanika. Just a slight change down here where we don't want to think about the trees. We want to think about the house. So just that slight worded change. Awesome. A+. Very good. Very good. I hope Shanika's in here to hear that because that is awesome also. All right. Now we have Ashley's Voice of Fire. Ashley had the Voice of Fire. Very well done. Yes, it was. I loved it. I am not like the cold that arrives without effort. I must be fed, coaxed, and guarded. Every spark of me is earned by steady hands and stubborn wills. This needs an S. I speak in crackles and glowing breath, reminding them that warmth is never a gift but a promise that they must keep with wood, patience, and care. When the wind claws at the walls and winter presses its pale face to the glass, I answer with light and heat, but only as long as they remember that survival is a partnership. Tend me, protect me, believe in the small flame, even when it flickers low, and I will hold the dark and freeze at bay long enough for morning to find them still alive. Wow, very good, Ashley. Just get the other paragraph done, and I will go ahead and add it on for the editor. Very good Voice of Fire. That is unbelievable. I can't wait to see what your other half is going to entail. That is awesome. We are doing it, y'all. Okay, Miss D had the Voice of Trayton. Okay, it looks like this storm is a forever thing. I'm doing my best to keep things going and bear this responsibility, but it's starting to crush me, to almost transport me to another world where I can't even tell my wife how I am really feeling. I am so afraid to have to disguise everything from her. I just don't know if her shoulders could carry any more weight, especially the nightmares I repeatedly have of the storm getting horrendously worse and finally just burying us beneath it. In the nightmares, always at the end, they find us under the snow holding hands. Woo, I got the chills with that one. But my love for Lyra makes me endure this unspoken pressure and wait and hope. I never give up on her or us. Hope will. Okay, let's circle hope will prevail. We don't know that yet because if you remember, we're keeping the reader in a mystery. So A+ for you, D. And let's change this. But my love for Lyra makes me endure this unspoken pressure and wait and hope. I'll never give up. I'll never give up. Should my hope prevail? Should my hope. There we go. Should my hope prevail? How does that sound, Dee? Much better. Okay, Ashley, thanks, honey. No rush. Just before, see, Friday, yeah, before the weekend at least. Yeah, take a day to think about it and write it as good as your first paragraph. That was awesome. And D, we just changed the end, should my hope prevail. So we only put should in there, but that's an A+, girl. All right, Mimi had the voice of the storm. Mimi had she had the fun one. All right, let's read what Mimi told us. As the cold, okay, right there. Let's see. All right, so we want to take this out. I throw out a chilling breeze in the air, warning that it is time to go inside. There is a sense of need to heed to the warning of my coldness. Before something, take that word out, before something dangerous happens. As the man stands outside, not heeding to the warning, stubbornly I decide to throw him. So we take off the D. I decide to throw him another chilling breeze as another warning. That is when the man decided to heed to the warning that the cold winter that my coldness is giving him as he steps inside. That is when I have decided to unleash my fury. Unleash my fury and let out a fierce snow blizzard. As the man looks back and breathing a sigh of relief that he had heeded my warning a second time and had decided to head in before he got hurt. As the snowstorm comes, as I come down even harder, just maybe this will give the couple a chance to communicate for their future. There, that should be their future. Okay, so the cold winter, so we take out that. I want to keep raging on. R-A-G-I-N-G. Raging on. Okay, we don't want to talk about the couple because to bring them in on a sentence is just to watch them. So you just want to watch them. So you could change that to watching them rather than giving them. Because the storm, does not give anything to anyone. It takes, it's there, it demands, it doesn't give anybody a chance. Okay. Oh, now this part you did good. What else can I, you forgot the word I, what else can I dish out for this couple? I will keep them here at any moment. At this moment, the man steps out. I gave a snow so he could stay inside. Why? Taking the chance I'm giving him. Okay, so here you put in where the storm is giving him a chance. No, it doesn't. It's relentless. It gives nobody a chance. So what you need to put is why, what, striking back with bitter ice, striking back with bitter ice and cold. Could this force him back in? Because you're talking about the storm. The storm is no feelings. Back in. Okay. The man, I pelt the man. I pelt the man with heavy hail. Heavy hail. He gets the firewood as the hail keeps hitting him. I will make the winter as harsh as I can. Okay, so Mimi, what you need to do, honey, is practice in the mirror. I love what you wrote. You did write very long, and I think you got a little confused on writing in a first person. The storm is like you write it like you're the person. I cause a chilling breeze. I throw out a chilling breeze at them. So, but you're unrelenting. You don't give chances. If you remember from the last chapter, winter is neither long or short. It just is. It's here. So you did very good, except for writing in a first person. So I am going to type this out for you, Mimi, on what I changed, and then I'm going to let you fill in the blanks to help you a little more on understanding. Oh, yes, 2 to 3. We're still on 2, but yes, we will move up as we go along. Yes. And so, Mimi, I will type this up and put blanks in it, and that should help you understand. But other than that, I give you a B+ because you did very well, but you have to learn first person talking. All right, good job. Good job, good job. Everyone did a good job today. I'm so happy. Now, here is mine. See, we did Paula. Okay, this is the last one. And I had the voice of what is coming. My cold does not arrive in a gentle way. I advance upon you with intent. You feel it first as a gentle warning. It is in the air, a sharpness that can cut through your breath and settle deep in your bones. The sky above, it pales, no warmth. The winds grow, circling around as if searching for its prey. Then I come, abrupt, merciless attack. Temperatures plunge. I do not hesitate, and I watch as the world stiffens in response to my being here. What once had moved freely around begins now to slow, to resist, to harden. My cold is not just weather. I am a force, pressing in, demanding the stillness, demanding surrender. I carry no voice in which to speak, yet my message is clear and unmistakable. I can creep beneath your doors, through any cracks in which to form, across the openness of the ground. I silence all I touch. The air itself burns with frost. Each inhale you take is a reminder that my harshness has taken hold. I do not negotiate. I have no softness about me. I am bitter, absolute, and unrelenting. I tighten my ice-bound grip over everything in my way. I do not have to be welcomed. I announce myself with icy snaps of frozen earth, and warmth has skittered away, and I am here. In its place, forcing my way, will you survive my bitterness? I did get confused with writing in a first person. Yeah, I can tell. You did do very good. But I could tell you got a little confused, so I'm going to help you with it. And it'll get easier as you continue to learn to write in a first person without making it a person. So by me doing fill-ins for you, it should help you get it understood how to make it write like a person, but it's not a person. So, but you did very good. Yes. All right, guys, what do you think about my paragraph? Any changes, or is it an A+? Let me know. Well, of course, Deidre gave me 100 thumbs up. Thank you, Dee. Yes, very good. And Mimi, if you can see in my paragraphs, I wished I would have wrote, because when I was reading it to you guys, I thought of about 6 more lines I could have put in here. But I like how I ended it. I am here and in its place, forcing my way. Will you survive my bitterness? Puts an ominous twist on it. Very, very good twist for the story. All right, awesome, awesome. Thank you, guys. And that is our chapter 10. You guys did a wonderful job. Okay, now we have, see, you know, I forgot, darn it. I forgot animals. Okay, let me think, y'all. Just let me think here a minute. Darn it. I should have, I'm sorry, Shanika. I forgot about you guys asking for the animals. So let's see. I don't want to steer anybody in the wrong direction. How about if I email you guys? Because what I'm going to have to do is I do want to introduce that because it gives something else to the story, which I loved. I love that idea. But no, I can't change it without putting it in the editor, because I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I do want to introduce, what do you guys think about a fox? Don't add, because it's going to change the trajectories. Yeah, it will. Yeah. And by forgetting to change those trajectories, I don't know what to tell you guys to do. Because we have 6 writers now. Paula, I am going to give you the voice of the storm now. You are going to have the voice of the storm. Now, keep in mind, when you do the voice of the storm, keep in mind the last paragraph. The last paragraph now of our last chapter takes it to a ominous, breath tightening. You look back over your shoulder. Some part of you understands the truth. I do not follow, I surround. I decide when you are allowed to move again. So you are going to take the voice of the storm. And I think you'll do very well with that. And Shanika, I'm going to give you the voice of the cabin again. Now remember, the voice of the cabin now moves to a more ominous tone. It's not like the one you just wrote. This is more ominous and more frightening. So keep that in mind. It's funny how you said that. I have Oliver dressed like, oh, nice. Ha! He's dressed like a fox, huh? Okay, so I'm going to give Shanika, I hope she's here. She can always go back and put what I told her. It's a more ominous. Now remember, when you get your assignments, it is in a more ominous tone. Okay, D, you are going to do, okay, now I took this one out. This one is completely out, so we don't have to worry about that one, because that is out. D, I'm going to give you the voice of Lyra. Now, I want you to focus on the emotional perception in an ominous direction. Emotional perception in an ominous direction. So what is her intuition saying to her? What is she thinking? What is she doing? And then, Mimi, I'm going to give you the voice of Triton. And the same thing, you want to consider Triton's silence. Hi, Anna. How are you, sweetheart? Thanks for popping in to see all your clubby friends. Think about his silent responsibilities. Think about his fear in a more ominous direction. All right, and then I am going to take the voice of fire, and it's going to be the same thing. I will talk about the fire's effort, the voice of warmth, but in an ominous direction. And Miss Ashley, you are going to be the voice of what is coming. Now, this is going to be our turning point. Because we did lose Anna, I had taken out totally the voice of the silence, because we do want them to begin speaking. It's going to get frightening now, and they are next Wednesday, the 25th. I will be here, but April 1st, I have... Oh, you're going on a work trip. Okay, let me write that down here. That's... the 25th. And then you're going April 1st. And it's a 4-day work trip. This way I won't forget, Shanika. Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch it in the beginning, Anna, because she wrote your part for you since you weren't here. But I did take your part out for next week, because we do not need the voice of silence, because everything has taken an ominous turn because of the winter weather. I still do my homework. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, because you guys are doing good. Now, Ashley, the same with you, the voice of... You get to do my fun part now, because you get to do the voice of what is coming. And make sure, Ashley, that it is a natural threat, emotional threat, and interpreting a more deeper, ominous winter. So that is going to be fun for you, Ashley. I think you can handle it. And I will have the voice of fire. That's going to be fun for me, too. I think that's going to be. Now, remember, guys, this is our turning point. And I had to put this in because of losing Anna. I had to put in a turning point of losing the 7th voice. So, and we did good. It came out good. So we have nothing to worry about. This is our turning point. So it made us have a more like a winter, like it's going to pull the reader in. Yes, it's going to pull the reader in. Thanks, Dee. I post videos and photos. Yes, she do. All right, so that is your homework. Everyone has their homework. And I am so proud of all of us with this 4-star rating. Come on, guys, let's get that 5th star and that 5th spice level. And I know why we got the spice level, because when I was reading the chapter put together from all of us, I know exactly why we got the spice level, because it is so good. And it pulls the reader in. And Anna, you weren't here when I shared this. We got from the editor, this chapter is working really well. It's psychological. It's layered, and it's cinematic. How awesome is that? I didn't finish the end. Are you talking about your work trip, Shanika? That'd be fun to see videos of your work trip, yes. So this is what we got, Anna, and we got our 4-star and our 4th spicy level. So I was really proud of all of us. Oh, nice. Yes, this is a awesome compliment, you guys. Just tells us we are in the right direction. Our story is good. I'm so proud of everybody. And Mimi says she has a video going up Oh, good. We'll get to see Oliver as a fox. It's funny I said that. So next time we will go into, once we get through the curve of Miss Anna leaving the group, we can go ahead and start. I was going to put that in and forgot all about it. So, but it worked out better this way. Now, a real quick thing. D, I'm not going to show it, but I printed out your story. And I read it. Now, I'm not sure if you have another part you want me to read, or is this the only one you want me to read? But it was awesome. I loved it. I put it inside my book here so I wouldn't lose it. I'm going to put it into my memory. Hang on, you guys. Somebody's at my door. I'm coming. Okay, that's my kiddos. They keep their time right on, let me tell you. Oh, thank you, Dee. Okay, next week I will show. But it was very good. If you have another part you want me to have, just send it. Yes, the final draft went to my exam. Oh, good, you got a B+. Awesome. All right, y'all, you have a positive Wednesday night. Good job on the 4-star and this wonderful compliment that our chapter got. So proud of all of us. Stay safe, be happy, and always keep your positivity. Keep those colors shining. Till then, y'all, have a good evening.